Hi friends, welcome back. Here in this lecture we're going to start our programming with Java. So let's start. Before we have to write our program, the Java program on the notepad or any text editor, we have to first ensure few things. There are a few requirements to execute our Java programs. We need to have installed versions of JDK, Java Development Kit, for both the Enterprise Edition and Standard Edition on our PC if we don't have already installed it. You can find the JDK and install it online, and we have the installation section where you could learn the steps that are required for installation of JDK if you have any doubt. Then you need to set the path variable for this JDK that could be routed back on the command line, and you could verify whether it is installed or not. Then after we are done with the setting of path variable and installation of JDK or JRE, now we have to write our Java programs. After we have written the program, we have to save it with the .java extension and compile and run this Java program. So here in this lecture, we are going to write a Java program, simple hello world program example. The first example for any beginner, and we need to compile it and run the program. So here is a simple program. Suppose we want to print a string or set of character or message on the screen, say hello Java or hello world, hi, namaste. We can print it by writing this simple syntax. A Java syntax consists of system.out.println, which is used to display the output on the screen, which is covered under the main function. Note the yellow color main. Public static void is the syntax for this writing this thing. It is a public method being static, and it returns no value, so it is displaying the void. It contains the arguments that are defined in the string. Don't need to understand everything, just these above two lines. A class name, a class syntax, we need to define everything in a class. When we are writing any program in the Java environment, we need to write a class, define a class, and the function which is understood by the compiler is the main function. Suppose when your program get very long or complicated, there will be use of multiple functions that we are going to learn. So the program compiler starts the execution from the main function. So this is the main function, and we need to provide everything in the main. So above two lines, the class simple, the public static void main, we need to write these things in all our programs from now onwards. This new line is the system.out.println would help our compiler print a particular string, that is hello Java, on the screen. And we need to provide the curly braces for opening and closing the arguments. After we are done with this Java file, we need to save this file with the file name.java extension format. The file name would be the same as the class name. So class name was simple. So we will be interested in saving this file with a simple .java extension. So when we are done with saving this file, we can move with a command prompt and open a command prompt and just write a simple program, simple command, Java C, that means Java compile this Java program and provide the name of the file. If the file is located in the same directory, it will execute that thing. And if it is located in another directory, uh, you need to provide a path name. Then after the compilation has been done, it will be generating a byte code, a class file. To execute those class files and display the output on the screen, we need to write a Java and a file name without extension. So it will execute this thing. We are going to do this thing practically in practical sessions. So this was a theoretical background. If you have any doubt, you could ask this thing. So what happens at the compile time when we compile a thing? Here's our Java program. say any file simple.java, we compile it using a compiler, it will generate the bytecode a.class file. So our Java C command is the compiler. And after we have generated a bytecode or the class file, it will be executed using the Java command. So this was a basic simple hello world program. Try building your own programs. You can display multiple strings on the screen with the separation of different lines or without any separation of line. We will be learning more in the coming videos. Till then, keep learning and keep moving ahead.